Back to the grind with the only free MMA channel that fucking matters, full-time MMA. And boy, do I know this is needed. I know the hitters need some motherfucking MMA word. We need some real shit going on. What Nate did say, whenever you're ready for that real shit, that good shit, motherfucker. What did you say to Connor? Yeah, I already know what it is, dude. I got some food to eat on the way home from work, man. I get home, I sit down, I'm eating. I'd go to throw on, watch the second UFC embedded for the pay-per-view. And then I tune on all of our favorite analysts, journalists, whatever the fuck you want to call these dudes, media members. I don't know the fucking name yet. I'm like you. I don't know if you're a journalist, an analyst, a media member, bitch. I'm just a fan. What the fuck are you? Anyways, that shit was boring as hell, boy. I must have made it 7 minutes into that motherfucking video. Like, I got an hour left of this? Oh, fuck no. I'm about to get to the news. I can't even deal with 10 more minutes of this shit. I probably could have. I'm low-key lying. Like, I probably could have pushed through it if I didn't have better shit to do. But now I actually got some shit to do. And don't mind if I say, this is a little, as far as entertainment value, you're going to get that over here. If you just want the information, the knowledge, the breakdown, tune in somewhere else, buddy. Fuck that. That is not my steez. No. I'm not trying to be a boring person. Bland. That doesn't even seem fun to me, man. Like, I don't even know where I want to go with this shit, but I tell you what, me personally, I'd much rather be the motherfucking TMZ of MMA rather than the motherfucking bland ass, oh, you do this and then you do that and then you gotta do this. No, I don't even want to learn that shit. I swear to God, I don't. Sorry. So, all I'm gonna say is, man, I'll watch that shit. It's interesting. That's good for fighters and stuff. But as far as fans, the fans don't give a fuck about that stuff. Some hardcore fans do, but I'm telling you, even as a hardcore fan, I'm not tuning in to learn the motherfucking breakdowns and shit like that. No. I'm tuning in for the entertainment, bro, the escapism. I just want some shit to take my mind off the bullshit. And I'm telling you, I am not a guy that reads technical manuals and shit. I don't read technical reading. I don't like that shit, man. So, anyways, I digress. I've been off on a tangent. That's just my thoughts, man. I'm watching some boring shit. Like, dude, I got to get to the news because I've been at work all day. And let me just get a message out to the hitters real quick before I get to the news. I was working today. I work tomorrow. So I'm just going to do like 3-4 videos today as far as new news videos because I'm actually trying to get to bed at a decent hour today. Excuse me. Because as some of you know, yesterday was my last day smoking weed, which means I won't be smoking weed at all today. And since I've been doing it for so long, usually the first day or so, I fucking get irritable type bullshit. Like, not really. Like, if my girl's tripping, like, I'll respond a little faster than I normally would. I'll take a little less shit. But I don't get, like, bitchy and crabby. I just take less shit. But she's at work, so we're good. And also, fucking, I'm gonna lose my appetite and shit. And it's a bunch of bullshit. But I don't give a fuck. That's neither here nor there. But with that being said, I'm only saying all that to say this. I'm gonna be trying to get to bed at a decent hour tonight so I can get the first day out the motherfucking way. And we can get to the motherfucking grind. But the good news is, well, good and bad news, damn. Good news for the channel, bad news for my motherfucking pockets. But I didn't work Monday or Tuesday because the 4th of July. So yeah, 2 unpaid days off. I don't work Friday because we're working 10-hour shifts Monday through Thursday. So I only work today and tomorrow this week. So the good news is, after tomorrow, we got another big motherfucking break to pump out the content. Another three-day weekend. All my weekends are 3 days because we're only working Monday through Thursday right now, 10 hours. Because it's summertime and I work anyways. Dude, I've been on way too much of a tangent. I'm just trying to get to the news. But appreciate the motherfucking, patience, support, all that shit. Anyways, Daniel Cormier. He's coming out and he's saying he picked John Jones over Jimi Manuwa. The UFC offered a fight with Jimi Manuwa and I said it needs to be Jones. Damn, Daniel. Danielson, he's letting everyone know I'm not picking an easier fight. I could have picked a guy that I think I can beat, but I'm picking the guy that beat me. I'm picking the guy that beat me everywhere. In wrestling, I'm the wrestler. John Jones beat me in wrestling. He beat me in striking. John Jones literally beat me every which way you can be beaten. I still chose to fight him. Damn! I don't give a fuck what you got to say about Daniel Cormier. That is just some shit you have to respect. That's some shit you have to respect. It is. Just the fact that he's choosing to fight the guy he thinks, not even he thinks, that has beaten him. Let's say Tony Ferguson. Let's say fucking Tony Ferguson. You can choose to fight Michael Johnson, the dude who has a win over you, or you can choose to fight nobody and wait on Nate Diaz and Khabib. I mean, Daniel Cormier, from what you see, he picked the guy that's already beat him before. Now, there is a little bit of difference to the scenarios. Yes, I know. I realize I'm not stupid. Yes, John Jones worked his way up to a title shot. Well, he not even really, honestly. Not even really. I'm just trying to play devil's advocate and think of what Tony Ferguson's side here. Because, like, that's how I always do shit. But I'm thinking, whenever the Khabib fight fell through and Michael Johnson stepped up and Tony Ferguson said no, that was the only fight available. Nate Diaz ain't going to fight you. Edson Barboza's not ready to fight you today or the day after. But Michael Johnson is a guy that's beat you before. It does make sense to say no thanks. He doesn't deserve the shot. I'm going to fight one of these guys, Nate Diaz. Or actually, bro, it's bad for Tony Ferguson because you can't even play the deserve game. You can't say, nah, sorry, Michael Johnson don't deserve the fight, but I'll fight Nate Diaz. You can't say that because Nate Diaz, how does he deserve a 155-pound title shot other than a grudge match with Conor? The only reason Tony Ferguson gets to fight Nate Diaz is because Nate Diaz gets a chance at that fucking grudge match with Conor. It's not because he's the number 2 contender. So if you're Tony Ferguson, you can't say, sorry, I won't fight Michael Johnson because he doesn't deserve a title shot, but I will fight Nate Diaz for the interim title. But at the same time, he did say he would fight Michael Johnson for the interim title. Damn, that just got weird. Fuck, where did my thoughts just take me? He did say he would fight Michael Johnson for the interim title when the UFC came out. Didn't put the interim title on the line. So everything that I said was true. Tony Ferguson did turn down the guy that had beat him before, but he says he'll take the fight with an interim title, so you got to give him some slack on that. But at the same time, a lot of people ain't going to go down that rabbit hole I just went down to get to, oh wait, they did say they would give Tony a title shot versus Michael Johnson. No. Casual fans don't go down rabbit holes. I just went down a rabbit hole, talked myself through it, thinking about Tony Ferguson's side, and remembered the UFC didn't give him that interim title versus Michael Johnson. But before all of that, I'm just thinking, oh, he's turning down Michael Johnson. He'll take the fight with Nate Diaz. You know, it's just not a good look. Not a good look. But now back to Daniel Cormier, who this is about. He chose the harder fight. How many people can you honestly say do that? Be honest. Be honest. Even if you think it's the money fight, how many people honestly pick the harder fight? Because let's go to the Michael Bisping scenario. What's more of a money fight? Michael Bisping versus Rockhold, the rematch, the trilogy, or Michael Bisping versus Dan Henderson, the rematch? In my head, I'm thinking Luke Rockhold. You got the epic first round knockout that just happened. People, to me, Luke Rockhold versus Bisping 3 would sell more than Henderson 2, but he chose the Henderson fight. Daniel Cormier would have took the Rockhold fight, even if he thinks, according to this, because that's a lot more of a more comparable situation. Daniel Cormier's choosing the harder fighter. Now I'll get off of that topic for a second because he actually said some stuff, but you guys see where my mindset is going. I haven't read this article yet, like most of these articles. I just open them, get getting my thoughts going, then I read it and I get some more thoughts going. What the fuck you tell me, dude? He said, they offered me the Manuwa fight for July 29th in Anaheim. A week after I fought Rumble, Dana called me. I was on my way to Kansas City and Manuwa was in his office and he goes, you versus Manuwa in Anaheim? And I said, well, And he said, what's wrong? And I go, it needs to be Jones. Make it happen. Dana, make it happen. He said, and I badgered him, and I go, tell me he's ready to go. And he's like, I'm talking to him. So I go, tell me he's going to do it. And he goes, well, I'm talking to him. We're going to get this figured out. In about a week of just badgering him, Dana goes, DC, calm down. I'm working on it. And finally it was Jones. It had to be Jones. Ariel, I want fights that get me going. I mean, and I do see that, but if that's the case, why did you guys schedule the old Manuwa in the fucking audience and Manuwa standing up after you beat whoever the fuck you just beat? And Jimi, you just beat fucking, what did he say? You barely knocked out Corey Anderson. I'm way different than Corey Anderson. It's like, okay, so if your mind was set on John Jones, I don't know, it seems like Jimi Manuwa got played out a little bit, if that was really the case. If you're telling Dana, it's got to be Jones. It has to be Jones. And Dana's like, all right, I'm trying. I don't know where the fuck that Manuwa call out and weird ass shit came into play. But I mean, still, at the same time, they could have just, what are they going to tell Manuwa? Sorry, DC only wants to fight Jones. I mean, I understand when the UFC would fucking string fighters along, politics and shit. I understand that. But at the same time, Daniel Cormier, he was playing along with that shit too. Anyways, he said Rumble Johnson. It was like, is he really going to do it this time? Can he get one on me and knock me out? So that's this. Oh yeah, that was who the fight was. Rumble Johnson. Whenever that Jimi Manuwa call out happened and shit. He said, can he get one on me and knock me out? Is he really gonna do it this time? That's what you were thinking? Yeah, so was the rest of the fucking world. Why did he shoot for a fucking takedown before he retired? I don't know. Who was it? Somebody was just talking about somebody retiring. Oh yeah, I was listening to, it was funny, that analyst. They're talking about Johnny Hendricks. And how when GSP retired, it took a lot of the steam away from the fact that Johnny Hendricks beat him. So the fact that Rumble retired takes a lot of the steam away from the fact that he fucking shot for takedowns against Daniel Cormier. That shit still kind of pisses me off when I think about it, man. It really does. I mean, I didn't even think about it until just now. That shit really pisses me off when you come out there leading up to the fight. Everyone's talking about, can Rumble knock him out? Even Daniel Cormier's like, are you going to be able to knock me out? And Daniel Cormier's like, oh yeah, I'm going to stand with him. I'm going to strike with him. Literally the whole fucking build-up was fucking, is Daniel Cormier going to get knocked out? Is Daniel Cormier going to stand with Rumble? And Rumble comes out there going for fucking takedowns. That was so weird to me, dude. I swear. That pissed me off. Because, even if you're watching with your friend, like, I'm not a fucking stupid person. I'm not a stupid person. So if I'm there with my friends, like, no, man, I know y'all don't like Daniel Cormier. I know you don't. But this dude is a knockout artist. Rumble Johnson knocks motherfuckers out cold. I know y'all hate Daniel Cormier. Just wait. Y'all got a chance of seeing him get knocked out. And then I'm with all my friends, and fucking this knockout artist comes in shooting for takedowns. It pisses me off. What are you doing? And some people say, oh, maybe it's because Daniel Cormier knew he was going to go for a takedown, or he knew Daniel Cormier was expecting strikes, so he mixed it up and went with wrestling. What the fuck are you saying? I don't give a fuck if Daniel Cormier knows you're a fucking striker. That don't mean you start trying to wrestle him. What the fuck? You think Damian Maia goes into fights, everyone knows he's going to do jiu-jitsu. You think he changes the fucking game plan up and goes into a fucking fight where all he's doing is striking? Counter-striking? No, he's going in there and you know what he's doing. It's jiu-jitsu. So he does jiu-jitsu. So to me, and I know Rumble has a wrestling background, but it's not near on the level of Daniel Cormier's. I do know whenever Rumble Johnson has been in bad situations before, he resorted to his wrestling. But in this fight, he wasn't in a bad situation yet. Maybe the fact that he was in a fight with the guy he couldn't beat is a bad situation. But goddamn, can we throw at least 2 fucking bombs and let those bitches miss? Can we at least do some Derek Lewis shit and just throw some bombs, hope one of them lands, and then just fucking give up? Damn. What the fuck are these takedowns? But the thing is, he got a couple of them. But it doesn't matter. You can score the takedown. What are you gonna do? Keep him down? No. So what's the fucking point of taking him down if you can't keep him down? Ground and pound him? You see why that shit pisses me off? Where my fucking tinfoil hitters at? I'm just fucking around, but that shit did, man, that shit was corny. Yeah, hey, no, there's a lot of people that don't like Daniel Cormier, especially going into that fight. You know, Team John Jones, the casual fans that love John Jones, they just hate Cormier. It's not because they know him, they just don't like him. So when you say, oh, Cormier's fighting, they're like, I don't care, fuck Cormier. It's Team John Jones. Like, oh, no, but he's going against a dude that's going to knock his ass out. And they're like, ooh, I want to see him get knocked out, yeah. And then the dude comes out here and puts him to sleep, boring type shit. Like, I don't know. It was kind of shitty, man. That shit just pissed me off just rethinking about it right there. But anyways, what else did Daniel Cormier had to say? He said, you got to fight Jimi Manuwa. And I'm like, for what? Okay. Rumble Johnson, it was like, is he really going to do it this time? Can he get one on me and knock me out? So that's the stuff that gets my juices going. Can John Jones do what he did last time and beat me again? That's what gets my juices going. Or otherwise, I'll just do TV. He said, they tell me, you got to fight Jimi Manuwa. And I'm like, for what? The dude has no chance. Come on. That's a good one, DC. That's a good one. He's like, what? I got to fight him. It's free money. I'm comfortable on the desk. Well, I mean, you kind of answered that yourself. It's free money. He said the dude has no chance. So why wouldn't you take a free title defense? I'm going to tell you guys, like I've said it before, Jimi Manuwa, he's got some losses, but at the same time, he's got some vicious knockouts. On his highlight reel, before I knew who Jimi Manuwa was a while back, I seen his highlight reel, and that's all I needed. I was like, whoa, who is he? He's killing shit. I think he went on to lose that fight. It was the fight before Rumble Johnson. He went on to get knocked out by Rumble, but I was thinking, holy shit. This guy's got some vicious strikes, man. When you're going in to fight Jimi Manuwa, if you're looking at his tapes, you definitely you might rethink it. So he can say he has no chance, but let one of them motherfucking vicious strikes from Jimi Manuwa land. You ain't gonna be thinking no chance after that. So he says he doesn't believe Manuwa has a chance, and that's fine. Daniel Cormier is arguably the greatest fighter of all time. Moment of silence for me. For the hitters when they hear that shit. You heard it here first, bitches. Daniel Cormier is arguably one of the greatest fighters of all time. Facts. Only person he's ever lost to is the greatest fighter of all time. Facts. Fucking facts. And check this out. I've said it before, but I'm going to reiterate this point until it happens. If Daniel Cormier goes and beats John Jones at UFC, what is it, 209? 210, 211? Where the fuck are we at? 214. If Daniel Cormier beats John Jones at UFC 214, he will be the greatest fighter of all time, and it's not even arguable no more. It's not even going to be arguable. He will be better than Conor McGregor, Anderson Silva, John Jones, Demetrius Johnson. Yes, you heard it. Daniel Cringe Cormier, double cheeseburger, that cringe, will be the greatest fighter of all time. Because hear me out. Walk with me. Daniel Cormier was undefeated at heavyweight. Moved down so he didn't have to fight his teammate Cain Velasquez. Undefeated at light heavyweight except for to one guy. That one guy is the greatest fighter of all time. That one guy got busted for PEDs after the win. If Daniel Cormier can come out and beat John Jones, a clean John Jones, that means he's undefeated. That means Daniel Cormier is undefeated and he's beat the GOAT. That means the only person to ever beat Daniel Cormier will be a dirty John Jones. A dirty fighter. That means in the trilogy fight, we don't know who the fuck's gonna win. Was John Jones dirty in the first fight? Or did DC get lucky in the second fight? Was it ring rust? I'm telling you this. If Daniel Cormier wins the second fight, he will be the GOAT. That still doesn't tell me who wins the trilogy. I would root for DC. I would pick DC in the trilogy if he won the second fight. But it doesn't mean he would win. It doesn't mean everyone else is just going to automatically jump on Daniel Cormier's bandwagon. It doesn't mean there's not going to be a whole lot of people rooting for John Jones' comeback. So I'm rooting for Daniel Cormier just for all that epic to unfold. Not because I don't like John Jones. None of that little shit. Not because John Jones did this or that, or not because DC is all underdog. No, it's literally for that fucking that epicness. Because right now, if you ask any one motherfucking person who's in your top 5 pound for pound, you are going to be very hard pressed to hear Daniel Cormier's name come out of anybody's mouth. When's the last time you heard somebody argue Daniel Cormier is the greatest of all time? It really doesn't happen. And so isn't it crazy how if he beats John Jones, he skips the whole top 5 and jumps to number 1? That means if he's going to skip the whole top 5, he should probably already be talked about in the top 5, but he's not, and he should be. He really should be. The only person he's ever lost to is John Jones before the PEDs. Pound for pound? If you want to talk about Demetrius being pound for pound, he won't go up one weight class to 135, 10 pounds. Daniel Cormier was up 20 pounds at the heaviest weight class of all. The reason the heavyweights get paid more than everyone else is because that is the baddest man on the planet. If Misha Tate and Brian Caraway are in a bar, and some fucking drunk dude who's got a little bit of size, and hey, god damn, she's sexy. Ooh, Misha Tate. What? Ooh, why is she even wearing them mother? You know, you know how dudes can be. And they see her with little fucking Brian Caraway beside him, they're gonna fuck around and go, and they're gonna pop. They're still gonna holler. They're still gonna try. Hey, who are you? Her brother, anyways. You want to drink, sweetie? You want to dance? They don't give a fuck about Brian Caraway beside him, because they might fuck around and be a little bit built and be 200 pounds. And Brian Caraway's walking around at 160 and shit. Even though he's a professional fighter, random human beings are going to try him. Now, let's take that same conversation to Stipe Miocic and his wife. Stipe Miocic and his wife are at a bar. Brock Lesnar and his wife are at a bar. Alistair Overeem and his wife are at a bar. Who's going to go up and try and talk to her? Honestly. You might wait until homeboy goes to the fucking bathroom and say, hey, is that your man? But be fucking real with yourself and see where the fuck I'm coming from. So heavyweights, that's why they're the baddest man on the planet. That's why they sell over flyweights, because Demetrius Johnson can't walk into a room and run shit. Stipe, Brock, they can. Alistair, they can. Derek Lewis, Francis Ngannou, when they walk in the room, you feel the presence. It doesn't feel like your little fucking nephew is running up the stairs. You see what I'm saying? And with that being said, this video is almost 20 fucking minutes long, and this is just a fucking news topic. Who does that? I do. Anyways, that's good, because I'm only going to have like 3 or 4 of these bitches out today, because I'm motherfucking out here working, dude. Hey, y'all want some funny shit? I'm just going to tell y'all, because if you're listening, you're here anyway. I'm just going to tell you guys this just in case, just so you guys know. If I'm gone for 1 or 2 days, it's because my internet got shut off. Fucking Cox came at me with some bullshit. Man, Cox, they ain't got unlimited data no more. After you go over like 1 terabyte, they start charging you a percentage, or they start charging you like $50 for every terabyte. So my motherfucking internet bill is like $300. So what I'm just gonna do is I'm just gonna leave Cox and go to like AT&T for $100 or something. But my shit's probably gonna get cut off for a day. I can probably go use McDonald's Wi-Fi and upload some shit. Fuck you, troll. I don't give a fuck, pussy. You know how I am. I put it all out there, bitch. Yeah, I might upload from McDonald's Wi-Fi for a couple days, pussy. But that's it, a couple days. And man, bitch, you know what it is with me. I ain't going nowhere if I'm at McDonald's all week, dude. Fuck you mean. I'll go to Starbucks tomorrow, then McDonald's. Bitch, I ain't gonna be a regular. I'm not gonna be that guy. Shows up with my motherfucking laptop and earphones and sits at Starbucks every day. Nah, bitch, I'm gonna switch my spot up. Burger King tomorrow, McDonald's tomorrow, anywhere they got free Wi-Fi, pumping out the content. Just until I get some shit taken care of. But as you know, like I said, I ain't smoked no weed today and I don't plan on it. That shit costs money. With that being said, bitch, it's time to get to the content. I don't know what to say, man. Fuck is what it is. Let the know what the fuck you talking about in the comments. Dude.